Well, hello and welcome to another webinar here, your 2023 new tree service internet marketing plan. I'm your host, Wesley Smith with Tree Service Digital. And thanks so much for joining us. This is super, super important stuff. Your SEO and your organic ranking results in your local market. We're going to go through like some of our clients' results and what they're getting. And I think you'll be astounded at like how many calls and leads you get, not even running paid ads, just having an organic presence in your local market, showing up on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Every time somebody does a search for tree service near me, or tree removal, your city, your state, and your town. So I'll go ahead and share my slides with you now, and that way we can get started on the presentation here. And as always, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and just pop it in the chat. And as I take little small breaks along the way, I'll go ahead and answer your questions. All right, and I believe the slides are up there. Let's go back to the first one there. There we go. So again, we're going to start with today's webinar on the new 2023 tree service SEO formula. And SEO is constantly changing. Google's algorithm is constantly changing. So you want to stay on top of these types of things and just make sure that everything's running properly in your local market. Make sure you're on top and aware of new changes in Google's algorithm and the way that they rank websites and different things like that, just so you can stay on top of it and actually have the best results on the internet in your local market. And again, some people, get lots and lots of business from the internet, from organic rankings, just by having your website dialed in properly, ranking at the top of the first page and on the Google Maps. And we have clients that get dozens and dozens and dozens of leads per month, in some cases, dozens of leads per week, from their website, from their Google Map, ranked at the very, very top. So this is going to be some really good information for you to take back to your market, to take back to your website and to kind of implement. And as always, if you need help, we are always available. So the new 2023 tree service SEO formula will get started. So this is part of the digital dominance method that we go through with our program, our internet marketing program. These are just all the things that you need to be doing on the web in order to get the best results for your tree service online marketing. And number one is what we're going to be going through today. It's going to be your SEO, your search engine optimization. And this is basically just the term to describe how to build your website pages, what to write on the pages, how to title the pages, and what else to do off your website with other websites linking to your website called backlinks in order to get the best results in your local market. And some of you guys are very, very familiar with SEO. Some people, this might be new stuff for you. But again, number one is your website, your SEO, which is where you rank, how visible you are in your local market, and kind of how high up you show up there, right on that first page. Because if you're on the first page and you show up pretty regularly up there at the very top, you're going to get lead flow by default. You're going to get people calling by default because you're the one they see when they do those searches. So, it's about the foundational aspects of your digital marketing, your website, your SEO, your Google reviews, your reputation, all that stuff plays into, are they going to give you a call or are they going to give somebody else a call, right? Or are they going to just browse right over yours and not even see it? So you want to make sure yours is good and it's relevant. So this number one part is the digital dominance method. Number one is the SEO, the foundation. Other parts of it, we do bite-sized chunk webinars as well for each one of these other parts. We already did your 2023 digital marketing plan for tree service earlier this year. So if you want to watch this, if you're watching this on YouTube after the recording right now, you can find your 2023 digital marketing plan for tree service in previous videos. And then also we have one, how to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right, which goes over some of the same things as well. And then we go over little pieces of it in more depth with mini webinars like today's for SEO. So who am I? And why should you listen to me? Well, I've been in internet marketing space now for over 10 years. We specialize exclusively in tree service internet marketing, and that's all we do at this point. We're expert web development team and digital marketing team, and we've worked with, at this point, hundreds of tree service contractors across the United States, coast to coast, Washington State down to the tip of Florida, up in the Northeast and in the Southwest. And we're also members of the TCIA, Tree Care Industry Association, as well as ISA. And I also wrote the book on internet marketing for tree service contractors. It's called How to Win with internet marketing for tree service. You can see a copy of what it looks like right here at the top of the slide here. If you want a free copy of this, I'm happy to mail and ship you one. Just shoot me an email from the webinar invite or get in touch with us. Happy to send you a free copy of the book, or you can get it on Amazon Kindle as well for, I think, like $2 if you want an instant digital download. So during this webinar, if you would just take in some of these concepts, I promise you it's going to help you in your business get better rankings and more lead flow for your tree service company. So if you wanted to get the best results, I encourage you to just kind of take notes and make sure you're doing some of these things because it will help you grow your business. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover the latest updates with the Google algorithm, right? It's constantly changing. You just want to make sure that you kind of stay out in front of it and do the things that are necessary to make sure your website and Google Map listing shows up at the top there. So we're going to go over that. The things that you may have put in place in the past that could be hurting you right now, and you just don't even realize it, right? You just, unbeknownst to you, it's not working and you're not sure why. How to optimize your website using the new SEO formula. So let's dig right in. This stuff is going to be killer and it's going to be a game changer for your business. So again, guys, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, I see more people joining as we go. Just pop it in the chat. If you have a question during one of the brief little breaks, I'll go ahead and answer your question if you have one. So one of the questions that a lot of people ask is, why the internet? Like, why do I need to do more internet marketing? Like, what's the big deal here? Well, as you probably know or have heard, unless you've been under a rock, is that there's been a massive transition from offline to online over the last couple of decades, right? 20 plus years. Early 2000s, dial-up internet was a thing and people were starting to kind of understand what search was. And then Google blew up a couple of years later. So people just kind of have gotten trained to go to the internet to get their questions answered or to get local services hired. Statistics tell us that more than 77% of consumers go online when they look for tree services, right? They're looking up the best tree service companies, the ones that are closest nearby them. They're trying to figure out if they do the actual tree work that they're looking to get done, whether it's tree removal or tree pruning or tree shaping or tree trimming or land clearing, whatever the case may be, they go to the internet to look that stuff up because they know Google has pretty consistent, reliable results online when people go do the search. So they just kind of know to go back there to make sure they get their questions answered. And furthermore, there's over 10 million searches every month for tree service, tree removal, tree trimming. And all you need is a small portion of that 10 million global searches every month to be in your local community, your local market, to find you, your tree service company, to click on your website, click on your Google Map listing and call you to make it a very profitable endeavor to have high rankings on Google search. Do you want your share of those clicks and those leads? You probably do. That's why you're here. This is going to help you increase your sales. It's going to help you enhance your online reputation. It's going to drive more calls, leads, and profits to your business. And you probably think about this all the time. If I could just get more calls coming in, I'm a closer. I'm going to go out to the client's property. I'm going to talk them through what we're going to do on the tree service work, whether it's trimming, pruning, removals, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to let them know I'm the best company to work with. We have affordable pricing. They're going to love our company. I just need to get in front of more people. This is how you do that. You become highly visible in your local market on the internet. People are just going to call you by default, right? Because you're showing up at the very top. Now, there's some more things in there that help you get more calls with the high rankings, such as more reviews, higher rating, things like that. But that's really number one. You want to be up there at the top. This is going to increase repeat and referral business too, because people are going to see you more often all the time. And so that's going to help people say, hey, you need to call XYZ Tree Service. John did a great job at our house with the crews. I mean, you need to hire them. They're the best tree company we've seen. And so when people see you over and over and over again, you're going to get more repeat and referral business too. So some people ask the question because there's so many ways to generate leads these days. There's, paid ads, Facebook ads, direct mail, signs, billboards, you name it, right? There's a million different ways to make the phone ring. And all of them can be a part of your marketing plan. But people ask, does SEO still matter? Right? Does search engine optimization, does ranking highly on Google search on the first page, does it even matter anymore? I'm not sure. I'd like to find out. Well, here's what we do know about that. So here's a search for just a random search, tree trimming, Atlanta, Georgia. And you can put in your city, anywhere you live across the United States. So this is tree trimming, Atlanta, Georgia. Now, the top of the page up here, the first results are going to be the paid ads. And it usually says sponsored or ad next to it. Those are the ads. But right below the ads, you'll see right here is a Google map listing. And these Google Maps are the top 3 positions for organic search. Organic search just means it's not a paid ad. It's just a result that Google serves up that's not an ad. And so you want to get in good with Google so that you show up organically in these top spots, because these do not require pay per click, right? People find it, they call, boom, you're on the horn with that homeowner or business owner or HOA or whatever, getting the estimate, getting the appointment scheduled. These are not pay per click. So the maps are the first organic result. And if you get a lot of Google reviews, high rating on your maps, that's going to help you tremendously rank up in the top 3. So there's some other things too. We're going to go over those, but that's a biggie these days. And then right below the maps, as you'll see, are the Google first organic results under the maps. And those are basically the website links. So typically what you'll see, the top ranked maps up here, the top 2, 3, 4 in the maps are generally the top 2 or 3 or 4 that's down below the maps. And generally just if you can get your website ranking on that first page of Google for your main tree service city, tree removal city, all those different searches in your area, it'll generally influence and push your map listing up into the top 3 as well. But there's some other factors with the maps, and we'll go over that too, kind of like reviews and different things like that. So just wanted to show you that. Yes, SEO does matter a lot. Now let's look at this. On the same search right here, if you see this, so the top ones are, of course, the paid ads. Right below that, these are those organic map listing results. This part right here in the organic search results below the maps, the website links below the maps with some of the same companies that are in the maps, get 65% of the clicks on the first page of Google. Let me repeat that one more time. They get 65, 2/3 almost, of all the clicks on the first page of Google. And there's heat maps proving this with a lot of different SEO, different providers out there, right? And so some people do click on the paid ads, 30 to 40% up at the top. But look at the lion's share of online searches. Some people just have that thought in their head that these are better results. These are more local to me. I don't want to click on the ads really because I want to get a local tree company. I think these are probably closer to me than some of the other ones. So they click on these maps and they're doing it from their phone a lot of times, tree service near me, tree removal near me, what have you. And as soon as they see those top 3 results up there, they click it with their thumb, and then there's a click to call button sitting right there, or click to go to the website button, right? So they click it, they call, and then you're on the phone scheduling that appointment with that person that's looking to get a tree service project done. Could be $5,000, could be $1,200, could be $10,000, could be $2,000, whatever the case may be, right? There's a lot of different services and pricing that you'll be doing on a daily, weekly basis, but the leads come in from these Google Maps right here. And right below here, some people also click on the organic listings right below the maps because they feel like, well, I think I'm just going to click on these links below the maps here. Some people prefer those. It's about 20% of the searches probably click on this part below there, 25% maybe. A lot of them click on this Google Maps section. Okay, so it's a big deal. So you definitely want to be there. And furthermore, out of the 65% that generally click on these organic listings below the paid ads, 67% of those, so over 2/3 of those click on these first 5, and that's it, right? They're going to click on the first couple of map listings, and maybe the fourth one, maybe the first or second organic one right below the maps. I mean, think about it for you. If you do a search for plumber near me, right? You're looking to hire a plumber to come out to your house and do some work for you. You're going to search, right? Well, unless you get a referral or something like that. You're going to do a search, and you're going to see a couple of businesses at the top, right? And you click on a couple of those, you call a couple, you get them to come out, give you an estimate, tell you about what it's going to cost. That's really all you're going to need. I mean, you're not going to call 15 plumbers, right? Usually, unless it's a massive job. Maybe you would at that point, but you see, like, they're just going to call a couple, get a few estimates, go with the one they feel the best about, and that's it. So if you're up here at the top, those quick decisions, those quick impulse purchases where people are looking to get tree service work done or tree removal work done or tree trimming or whatever, you're going to get those calls. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, we're going to show you some results here in a minute, some case studies. It can absolutely transform your tree service business into like a lead machine, like just leads coming in all day, every day. People are calling all the time, especially if you're in a very heavily populated, dense urban area. You're going to get a lot of calls, you know. So if you're in a population of a suburb, I would say 30 or 40,000 and above, you're going to get really good results in the map listings right here and the website organic rankings down below there. And also with a complete program approach too. Paid ads have their place as well. But for today's webinar, for today's sake, we're just going to talk about the organic Google Maps and then the results below the Google Maps. So it's a resounding yes. SEO still matters. There's just absolutely no debating that point. SEO matters a lot. A lot of the reason why you'll hear that SEO perhaps doesn't matter is because it can take longer to get results from SEO. It's kind of an investment. But once you get to the top of Google search on the first page of Google and in the Google Maps, Google has kind of made their mind up that you should stay there unless something drastically changes, like your website goes offline or your Google map gets a ton of bad ratings or something like that, right? But otherwise, you're pretty much super glued, cemented to that first page of Google and the top of the page, and you don't have to pay for the clicks after that. So what is that worth? Usually that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars a month, because to duplicate that, the amount of lead flow, if you were paying per click or paying per call on the Google Guarantee platform, you'd have to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month to generate as many leads as you would get in the organic section. And usually you're just paying an SEO agency or something to keep that at the top. So again, it matters a lot. And so a lot of people will probably tell you that it may not matter because they don't want to do the work and wait it out to get there. But when you're there, it happens. And so for some companies, it happens really, really fast because your website, your former website's already been online for a long time. There's a lot of trust there. It's just a matter of tweaking some things on the website and off the website to get it there. So we'll go through all of that. But you don't want to just rely on paid ads alone and local service ads alone, right? You'll be missing 40% of the leads in your local market if you're only doing paid ads, or if you're only showing up at the very, very top under the sponsored ads or the Google guaranteed ads. Those are great, don't get me wrong, but it's only half the lead flow, right? The other half are going to click on the maps and the website links below that. So those are super, super important, despite what anybody may tell you. Been doing this a long time. The three biggest changes, over the last couple of years are you can't risk and get away with duplicate content, right? So if you got a website, let's say you just tossed a minimum viable product up on Wix or Squarespace or Weebly or GoDaddy Builder, whatever, there might be this tendency to, go through it quickly and maybe try to grab some content off somebody else's website. Just don't do that, because when you go paste content, they're going to penalize the second, third, fourth people in line from that original content. So the original content's on the tree service website you're trying to mimic, but you go paste it on your website's going to eventually get penalized, because part of the algorithm is to check for duplicate content across the web. So just don't do that. Number two, low quality links pointed back to your website could hurt you. So, back in the day, there was a lot of spammy SEO practices where you just go get thousands of backlinks to your website, rank really fast, and boom, you're on the first page. Well, all those got nailed with the Penguin update, which Google has terms for these updates. Sometimes they do on the algorithm. Anyway, those websites got clobbered and they got knocked off. And so a lot of them got blacklisted and wouldn't even show anymore. So you got to do SEO the right way, and a slow and steady approach is the best approach because it eliminates any risk of really penalizing your website. You need, on the Google Maps these days, you need either a real physical office address to rank well on Google Maps. So a good commercial business address with a unique suite number, where there's not 10 other businesses at the same address, is going to be the best approach to get your Google map ranked, quickly on the maps. Or Google has now recently changed their terms of service for the Google Business Profile, which used to be the Google My Business. Now it's the Google Business Profile. So your Google map listing. Now you can use a residential address for your business. And we're like so glad they came up with this, because so many people run their tree service company. You can have $1 million, $2 million, $5 million tree company, and some people are still running it out of their house. That's their office address. So you can now have a residential address, but you must select the checkbox when you're creating it or after you created it that you're a service area business. That means that you go to other people in your service area to do work at their property. They don't come to your storefront, right? So you can't put the address in the Google business profile. You put it in there, but then you have to hide it and call yourself a service area business. So that's pretty crucial. That's one of the bigger changes they've done over the last year or so. Mobile responsiveness is also a must. So your website must be highly mobile optimized, where when somebody searches on their mobile device, they got a good scrolling experience, right? They don't get there and they can't find your phone number, or they got to go over a little bit. They got to go over this way. It's like, this is just a pain in the neck. I'm going to bounce off. So your website must be highly mobile responsive. That also helps tremendously with getting more lead flow from your website. So you can't risk any duplicate content anymore from another website. So most tree service companies serve, a 25, 30, 40-mile radius, a lot of little cities and towns across where their metropolitan area is, or wherever they're located across the country. So you don't want to plagiarize or use content from another website on your website. Google's algorithm will pick up and detect that, and this and penalize the second website with the same content, right? Leaving the original one in good standing. So if you write good original content or have it written for your website, you're in the clear. You have nothing to worry about. But there's ways Google can scan website content and detect plagiarism or copy and paste content from other websites. It's pretty easy for them to do. So don't do it. It's not a good, it may rank fast and then boom, you get penalized and you're off. It's not worth the risk. Lots of guys set up multiple micro websites across different cities with the same content, only changing out the cities along the way. Again, this is kind of going back to the duplicate content. Even if your same tree company had 10 domains, right? Tree Service XYZ City 1, Tree Service XYZ City 2, Tree Service XYZ City 3.com, right? All these .coms, and you wanted to put a website up so it ranks in those other local areas, you're going to be duplicating a lot of content. That's a no-no. That means across several different websites, there's the same content except for the city keyword, and that's it. You don't want to do that. The best approach now is to have your one website.com and then / Tree Service City 1, / Tree Service City 2, / Tree Service City 3. By doing that, all of the juice and the SEO optimizations are on the same domain, your domain for your tree service company. And that'll just help enhance it and make you go further faster. And over the long haul, it's just way better approach. So your pages must be largely unique from one page to the next, right? So you want to make sure you have unique content on most all of your pages. It's just really going to help rank faster and do a better job of getting you ranked for that stuff. So the second thing that penalizes people sometimes is there's too many irrelevant, low quality links pointed back to your website that can hurt you, right? So back in the day, we were going over on a previous slide, was that there's black hat SEO tactics where you could go out and get 200 backlinks to your website in a week. And all of a sudden your website shoots up in the rankings. You start ranking pretty quickly. It's like, wow, look what I did. I'm way up there on the first page. And then all of a sudden, it basically gets penalized and it gets bombed off Google. And then they blacklist it and then it never will rank again. So you don't want that to happen. And that Penguin update, they call it all these various different updates they do across, over the years. But that one was exclusive to the Penguin update. And now it's about quality and relevant links. So think, if you're a member of TCIA, if you're a member of ISA, if you're a member of your Chamber of Commerce, every time you're a member of one of those organizations, you get a listing on their website, right? So it's your name, business name, website, domain address, phone number. That's a directory listing, and it's also a backlink, a link that comes back to your website. So when somebody clicks on that link, it loads your website. That's a backlink, a link back to your website. So you want to just make sure you're members of all of these really high authority organizations. So you're going to want to review your link profile and just make sure you don't have any kind of spammy black hat backlinks back there. It's just not a good thing. Work to diversify your anchor text. So this is getting a little bit more into nuts and bolts, but anchor text just means, what does the clickable link say? Does it say the best tree service in Atlanta, Georgia, click here? Does the link say click here for tree service in Atlanta? Does it just say click here to see the website? What is that anchor text? What does that text say that's the clickable link? So you want to vary that. You don't want it to be the same every single time. And you want to build high quality, relevant links back to your website. So number 3, we'll get more into the granulars on this office address thing for Google Maps, because Google Maps is humongous for SEO. So you need a real physical office. Number 1, so a real physical office will help you because Google then knows it's a commercial address. It's a business address. And as long as you have a unique suite number, unique address, you're going to rank really well in Google Maps over time, right? You got to get reviews. So you make sure you focus on getting reviews every day. Like that needs to be your goal, to get people to give you a review on your Google business profile. There's ways to make that easier. There's ways to get more of those, but that's a big deal with ranking on the maps these days, getting reviews, because you can't fake 100, 200, 300 reviews. Google knows some of these lead generation companies that toss up phony Google business profiles, Google map listings. They know that those are phony. And if you get 1 or 2 or 5 reviews, it could still be phony. Well, if you get 100 reviews or 50 reviews, 80 reviews, 200 reviews, they know you can't fake that likely. So it's probably a real business. So they're going to push those up towards the top. But Google did have a major change with the Google Pigeon update a few years ago. And it basically addressed these Google local map listings. And it took a major toll on those who had multiple fake addresses. So let's say you were a tree service company and you service 10 cities. You went to the UPS store in every one of those cities, and you got a Google map listing verified with the postcard in every one of those cities. You had 10 listings, but you had your same phone number on it, your same web address. They knew that you didn't have 10 locations. So all those got clobbered and suspended, and they all went down. And then it was tough to get your Google business profile back up, the main one, because you'd already got suspended. So UPS stores these days, mailboxes, etc., pack mail, any of the post office boxes, any of those, you don't want to do your Google business profile at that address, because they're kind of all on a list with Google and they kind of know. So eventually they're going to find it and they're going to suspend it. And then you've done all that work for nothing. All the reviews go to nothing. Everything goes to nothing. So you want to make sure you got a good commercial address, or they also just updated the terms of service, just like I mentioned a minute ago. So they updated the terms of service so you can get a residential address now for your business, your home-based tree service business. Some people still operate out of their home and they have 2, 3, 4 crews, right? Maybe they have a place that they store some equipment and things like that, but people run their businesses out of their house all the time. And so since the pandemic, I think Google had a change of heart and they changed it to where you can now have a residential address. You just have to name your business a service area business, meaning people don't come to your house for service. You go to them, you travel to them, you travel to their property to do business. That's much like any of the other home service businesses. Tree service is the same. So you can use a residential address these days. I was very, very happy to see that. We all were, because most people do work out of their home. And so it's nice to be able to have that option. So what else has changed? Well, old-fashioned SEO is no longer effective. Just spamming links and all that stuff. In the past, Panda, Pigeon, Penguin era, it's all about user experience on Google search. So, when people do a search and they search for tree service near me or tree removal your city or whatever, they want to see a website they can click on and have a very easy way to navigate through there. Get a free estimate form everywhere, click the call button everywhere, good user experience, right? That's going to, it's going to keep them on the website longer, because now they got a good experience when they do land on the website. Maybe you have a frequently asked questions plugin right there on the homepage. We do this now for SEO. It's very powerful, because a frequently asked questions section, there's 4 or 5 main questions most people have. How much does it cost to remove a tree in my area? Do I need a tree removal permit in my area? When should I trim my trees? When's the best time to prune my trees? Like all these little questions people are asking on Google all the time. We grab those in your local area, put them in a frequently asked questions section on the website. And then when people click on it, they read all those answers and it just keeps them on the website longer. That's one tactic for SEO, for keeping people on the website longer. The other one is embed videos of you doing tree service work. You might want to explain like the safety precautions you guys take as a tree company. Hey, we're on a job today. I just wanted to do some video about us doing a job. We take extra precaution. Everybody's wearing PPE equipment, all that stuff, right? And so that keeps people on the website longer too, because they watch the video, they stay on your website for longer. Okay, so the new SEO approach requires a heavy focus on user experience, like load speed, navigation, video, frequently asked questions, links between other pages on your website, things like that. So the new ranking factors, click-through rate is a big ranking factor. And again, guys, more people have hopped on as we've been going. If you guys have any questions at all, pop them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer those as we take little breaks. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel. We got more of these coming up, podcast as well. This will also be on the audio podcast coming up soon. But what are the new ranking factors Kind of more along the lines of what we were talking about previous slide, click-through rate, CTR, is big, right? If people are doing a search for tree service your city and they click on your website the most or your Google map listing the most, they're going to want to show that listing more often. Scroll rate is also essential. Are they scrolling down once they get to your homepage or website? So if people are clicking on your website and bouncing off a lot because they don't have a good user experience, going back to the previous slide, where they can't find what they need, they can't find your phone number, it's not brain dead simple how to get your phone number, it's not easy to click for a free estimate, get a quote, contact us, something like that, they're going to bounce off more often. That's telling Google's algorithm that your website is not solving their problem when they go search and they click on your website. So they're going to start pushing yours down in favor of ones that do have a good user experience on the internet. So it's a huge thing. Make sure you take notes on that and understand that part of it, because if you have a bad user experience on your website, there's not a lot you can do to overcome that. If people are bouncing off, you got to just get a better website. Time on the page is a big deal. So inter-page links. So think about this, like if somebody's reading the content on your homepage, and let's say on your blog, you've got an article about getting a tree removal permit in your local area. That's going to be probably helpful information that people that search and find your website are looking for. So they go to your website and they go, huh, this tree company, let me scroll down a little bit. Oh, if they do tree removal, and do I need a tree removal permit in this city? Well, let me check and see. Click here to read our blog article that we just posted about that. You clicked on that link, it goes over to the blog article and explains the whole thing. That keeps them on your website for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, right? So those types of links between the pages also help people have a good user experience and stay on your website longer. So that is going to really help. So think about helpful tips and tricks you can upload to the website and link over to those pages that are similar to the one they're already on, and they'll click through and read those pages as well for more helpful content. Bounce rate is something that you want to watch very closely too. So again, if people get to your website, they can't find what they want, the website loads too slow, whatever the case may be, they're going to be bouncing off a great deal, high percentage of the time. And that's going to trigger Google to say, look, this website's not cutting the mustard, right? This thing is just not loading fast enough. It's not doing what it needs to do for people that are searching, not solving their problem. So I'm just going to push this one down a little bit. The other thing is how many backlinks and relevant links from other organizations that are similar to your industry does your website have? So if there's good backlinks from other websites like the TCIA, from the ISA, I think ISA's got a blog called treesaregood.org or something like that. So with that website, you get a listing and you get a backlink from that website. You're a member of your local chamber of commerce. Maybe you're a member of BNI. Maybe your county has a chamber. There's all kind of different places you can get a link back to your website with a nice directory listing, which really helps with your SEO. So just keep thinking about where you can join to get those types of things, especially if they're inexpensive and not too expensive, if they'll help you too. So to recap a little bit, the new SEO formula is figure out what the most important keywords are based on your services, service area, and search volume. You can use a couple of different tools for this. I mean, you can use the Google Keyword Tool. So you just go Google search Google Keyword Tool, and it'll pop up a link. You can click on that, type in like tree service your city or something, and it'll spit out some other relevant search terms that people are typing in your area. WordStream is another tool. I think it's free up to a certain extent, and then you got to pay for a different layer of services. Excuse me. SpyFu is another one. Google AdWords, if you got a Google AdWords account, they've got a nice keyword planner inside there. You can use that too. It'll tell you what some of the different searches are in your local market to help you kind of gather those search terms and keywords. Set up a great website with unique pages targeting those keywords that you find for your local market. So let's say you type in the Google Keyword Tool, Atlanta, Georgia tree service. It's going to spit out about 30 other search terms that are similar, right? Atlanta, Georgia tree trimming, tree removal cost in Atlanta, Georgia, tree removal near me, Atlanta, all those different variations. Then when you have a website, you'll kind of know what to write on the website so that Google will then know your website's about those searches. And then that's going to be kind of laying that foundation to get you kind of ranked. That's called the on-page SEO on your website. So optimize your website for user experience, add inter-page links to other pages on the website that are relevant, keep them on the website longer, and embed videos also on your website to keep people on the website longer. Videos really, really help, and it also brings your company to life. right? Like we do a lot of video marketing here at Tree Service Digital, and people feel like they know you when they give you a call because you've already been on video, right? Same thing with your tree service company. It's no different. If you can do some videos, I promise you it'll make a huge difference for your tree service company, for SEO, for conversions, for people getting to know you, all that stuff. So optimize your website for search engine optimization. This is called on-site SEO, on-page SEO, on the page. What is written on the pages? That's on-page SEO. Build your authority. This is off-site SEO, like off-site optimization. This is getting backlinks from other websites that have a clickable link to your website. So that's pretty much the two main components. On-page SEO, meaning all the words written on your website, and off-page SEO, which is the backlinks back to your website, other websites mentioning your website with a clickable link over to your website. And then track your results, right? So typically tree service keywords, I'll give you a quick little look here, what they typically are. It's like usually your city plus tree service, or you could do that backwards, tree service plus your city, right? Tree service near me, your city plus arborist, your city plus tree cutting, your city tree pruning, your city tree trimming, tree removal, debris removal, lot clearing, land clearing. Those are kind of some keywords that a lot of people are typing in all day, every day on Google. So let's take a look really quick what it looks like to be ranked on the 3-pack in the maps and also right below that. This is one of our clients in Texas. They're in a suburb of Houston. They're number 2 in the Google Maps. And as you can see right here, the top ones, what do they all have in common? The top one has 168 Google reviews. Our client has 247 Google reviews with a 5-star rating, right? And then this one's got 146 Google reviews. So I'm telling you, Google reviews all day, every day. Just keep your foot on the gas with getting reviews. You can never get too many reviews, never. And then plus, if you get a bad one, you've got so many 5-star ones, it's not going to harm your rating, right? So you're kind of working proactively on that. And then number 1, this client's number 1 also right below the maps. So they dominate this area. So here's what it looks like for call volume. I just took a random snapshot between March 15th of this year, March 15th, 2023, through April 15th, 2023, just a month and a half ago, whatever. They had 2,280 visitors to their website, and 1,700, almost 1,800 of those visitors. So what, 85% of the visitors were from organic search, searching for tree service near me, searching for tree removal, XYZ city in Texas, blah, blah, blah. They came to the website. This yielded on the Google Maps 76 Google Business Profile call clicks. You see this right here? 76 calls in a 30-day window to their Google Map listing because they rank right there at the top and they get all those reviews and they're showing up at the very, very top of the page. That is powerful. That's not all the leads they got, though. It wasn't just 76 leads. That's just from click to call with somebody's thumb on the Google Map listing when they find it. They still had another 112 website clicks. Instead of the click to call, somebody clicked the website button and they visited the website 112 times just from the Google Maps. So that had to have at least probably generate another 20 to 30 leads, because when people click on the website, go to the website and they see a nice website with a good user experience, they're going to call too once they get on the website. It just doesn't get registered and tracked on the Google Business Profile once they go to the website. So there's over 100 leads a month responsible for this client in 1 month, just from Google Maps, just from their website below the Google Maps. That's huge. That could be $30,000, $50,000 right there in revenue. Who knows how many jobs they closed? If they close half of them, that's 50 jobs, right? What's their average ticket? What's your average invoice, right? Here's a case study, ranking results right here. This is their rankings, tree pruning, tree removal, tree removal, tree removal, tree removal, tree service. They're number 1, number 3, number 1, number 4, which is the first one below the maps. So, I mean, these types of rankings can absolutely transform your business. Off-page SEO, we'll get a little bit into that real quick. So claim and optimize your Google Business Profile listing, which used to be called the Google My Business. Now it's called the Google Business Profile, which is basically your Google Map listing that shows up right there at the top of the maps. Make sure you get lots of citations and directory listings across the web on your name, address, phone number, and website. That helps too, just kind of create that authority to your business name, address, and phone number. It helps kind of solidify that you're a real business on the internet because you're listed all over the place, right? Build up online reviews. by leveraging best-in-class tools. Like we give you a tool as well to help get a lot of Google reviews. It makes it easier. It follows up with people. It asks them a couple different times. Makes it super simple. But build online reviews leveraging best-in-class tools. I mean, there's like Nearby Now, there's Bird Eye, Review Buzz, Podium. There's all kinds of tools you can use out there to get Google reviews. But just do something, right? Even if you just go to your Google business profile and copy and paste that short link they give you to get more reviews and go put it in your phone or go put it in your email or go put it on every invoice you send out. Just ask and you will get reviews. I promise. As long as you're doing a good job out there, you're going to get reviews. And it helps everything so much. I can't stress it enough. Google reviews are so important. And then also build authoritative links back to your website from other websites. So again, if you're a member of TCIA, if you're a member of ISA, any of those other organizations, when you sign up, you get a listing on their website, your business name, address, phone number, and website address. That website address link is a clickable link that takes people back to your website. That's a backlink. So just think about how many organizations can I join locally in my town and city? Chamber of Commerce, Better Business Bureau, county chamber of commerce, city chamber of commerce. Any of those are going to be powerful for networking also and getting your name out there, but also for getting backlinks to your website. So those are really, really powerful. And then also strategic content syndication. So writing a lot of content and then syndicating it across the web. So blog articles are powerful and they do help with updating content on your website, building that authority, keeping people on your website longer. But just a simple blog post once in a while on your website simply won't cut it anymore with SEO. I mean, you need blog articles and fresh content, but with a twist. Like you got to be promoting that content. So a new authority signal generation approach, this is something we plug into every website that we do search engine optimization on. It's more or less a press release plugin. And we write an article, a unique piece of content per month, in addition to the blog articles. This is a third piece of content, third article. And that gets distributed across dozens of news agency websites who pick the article up and then use that article as a piece on their website that has backlinks to your website. So going back to off-page SEO, getting more backlinks, this is a great approach because it's your unique article for your tree service business written and then syndicated with links back to your website. So it's a super powerful approach to SEO. It gives you the expertise, the quality, structured and media-rich content for your business. It's authority building too, because it gets published on all of these high-profile news agency websites. It's a lot of trust involved with that. It passes a lot of trust in PageRank with link signals and implied trust. And so it just really, really helps increase your rankings. I think we did this for this client. This is like a 30-day period between when we first linked up this news and media page press release plugin. We syndicated some content and they moved up. You can see that right here. I mean, it moved up. And this is in addition to the things that we did on the page too. But when you get it all right, it supercharges your SEO and the rankings increase pretty quickly there. But you can see 45 Google changes in the upward motion, increased rankings, 45 spots, 34 spots for this keyword, 56 spots for this keyword, 37 spots. And this is in a 30-day period right here. So when you do all of these things right, let's say you got an old website now and it's just sitting there, it's just collecting dust, nobody's updated it in years. Well, it's probably sliding down the rankings, if I have to guess. If that's the case, you need a new website, a new fresh website that's mobile optimized, mobile friendly with all the right wording, tree service oriented type phrases and different compelling reasons to call your business and user experience and interpage links and all of that stuff created so that you now have that authoritative website in your local market. And that's going to help you guys produce a ton more calls for your business. So the secret to getting ranked on the Google Maps here, let's get into that real quick. That's always powerful. This green part, so the maps here, is you want to Google My Business first. You got to get your Google My Business set up, right? Which is now called the Google Business Profile. So set up your Google Business Profile, get a lot of directory listings, get a lot of citations of your business name, address, phone number, and website across the web. It's a bunch of them, there's super pages, yellow pages, Yahoo, Yelp, Angie's List, like all these different places you can get a directory. And then thirdly, but not last, is get a lot of Google reviews. This right here is having pretty much the single biggest impact. So if there's one thing you could focus on in your day-to-day business, your day-to-day operations of dealing with customers, dealing with jobs, let's say you do 20 jobs a week on average. I don't know what the number is. Some people do 50, probably some people do 10, some people do 50, 100, whatever. Focus on reviews every single job, and I promise you'll get 5 to 10 new reviews a month. You get 5 to 10 new reviews a month. Some people get 5 to 10 a week, we see in some of our clients. But if you can get 5 to 10 a month, you'll have 100 plus reviews in less than a year. And that'll just go a long ways with you ranking on Google and making sure you get your share of the lead flow in the local market. So how to build up good relevant links back to your website. Again, join the BBB, join ISA, join TCIA, all these places, create your Facebook page, your Instagram page, all these other directories as well. And that helps you get links back to your website. You can also do like a reverse engineering of anybody ranking in the top in your local market. That also helps. Definitely you can get a view of how many links they got, and you can go back and click on some of these links that they have, and you can go attempt to get a link over there yourself and get your tree service business listed on those same links. So that's a pretty good way to do it too. What do these results all have in common? Everybody's ranked up here at the top. So one of our clients in Texas, number 2 in the maps, and then also number 3 organically right here. So 2 places in the top on the first page of Google, non-paid ad section. It's powerful. They've claimed and verified their Google Map listing on Google My Business, Google Business Profile. First, you got to do that. You got to have a Google Business Profile established and verified first. No spam in the company name. Don't try to put your keywords, tree service, my city in the company name. That's not good. Lots of online reviews. Continually get reviews. Just hound everybody for reviews. It helps you so much online. Please, would you mind giving us a review? It really helps us. Keyword in the title tag of the homepage. So you want the keywords in the pages of your website pages and all that stuff. And you want lots of citations with consistent reference of your name, address, and phone number across the web. That helps increase the authority of your business with Google. And just a good solid link profile, right? And the link profile can be from, again, Better Business Bureau, TCIA, ISA, local chamber of commerce, county chamber of commerce, city chamber of commerce, BNI network groups, anything like that you can get a listing on. It's all going to help with your SEO. So this is really what it takes to get up there. So that's the new SEO formula. So again, to outline every little step, set up a great website with pages with each of your services and for each of the cities that you serve. Get your keyword and geo modifier in the title of each page. So make sure your pages are titled properly, tree service your city, tree removal your city, whatever that page is about. Use unique content on every page. Don't duplicate or copy and paste content. Leverage multimedia to enhance time on the page and reduce bounce rate. Get online reviews across the web. Build your citations and consistency across the web. Post updated content on an ongoing basis. Build links and authority back to your website. And syndicate content across the web on news and media sites. That's the new SEO formula. So I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, and it kind of shows you the path to ranking high in your market. Got to feed the search engines what they want, and they'll reward you with high rankings and lots of call volume to your business. So if you want a free SEO review for your tree service business, I'm happy to dig in and see what we find there. So an analysis of how you're showing up online now, comb through your website, make sure everything's done properly, what we can do to improve it or what you can do to improve it. Ranking report showing where you rank currently, which you probably can look it up yourself and see that. Analysis of online directory listings and the consistency of all that. Your online reviews and reputation, your social media presence, website conversion effectiveness, like do you have click the call buttons and get a free estimate forms everywhere. Just give me a call. Give us a call at the office. Schedule an appointment if you'd like for next week, 770-637-3707. You can also visit us at treeservicedigital.com, the website link right here. And we'd be happy to take a look at everything. So again, do you have any questions? Anybody have any questions? I'm happy to answer them really quick. We've got a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Try to answer it the best I can. Again, you can call us at 770-637-3707, or you can also call or just visit our website, treeservicedigital.com. We've actually got a calendar you can book on /schedule. So treeservicedigital.com /schedule. So I'm super pumped about SEO, guys. This makes a huge difference in a lot of our clients' businesses. Lots and lots of calls coming in every month. And if there's a storm that comes through, forget about it. You've got a million calls coming through. Ranking at the top can really transform your business. So I really hope this made sense. It was clear, and you're clear on everything. If not, If you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, pop a comment in the video. Happy to answer your question as soon as we get around to it. Or like and subscribe to our channel as well. And this will also be on the audio podcast if you missed any piece of this, or on YouTube as well. All right, until next time, guys, have a great day and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.